just because you know that sometimes our students might be a little late, and that's fine. Good to see Adam. Good to see
Hello.
Newbie, Miss Johnson. Thank you guys for joining us today. Like I said, I might wait another minute or two. Good to see Trinity. Trin. Good to see you.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
It's good to hear you. I can't see you, but I see you, and that's that's good. So like I said, in a minute or two, we'll get started. Maybe you hear some light music in the background, and that's fine. That's just sort of there to be in the background and just to keep it light and keep us breathing. Like I said, I'll wait another minute or two here uh, for some of our students. Time is an interesting concept when you aren't necessarily faced with deadlines or a schedule like this, and as we know, time is only meaningful when we're on our planet. So there's that. Good to see the Wise program with us, and just another minute or two. Hopefully, more students will be with us, but you know how that goes. So maybe I should take some water because feeling under the weather as always. So if you're just coming in, just again waiting for a couple more students or a couple more people, and then we will get started here. Hopefully, you are in a comfortable place or seated comfortably. Maybe you're lying down, maybe you're in a chair, whatever the form or fashion is. That's fine. That's good. Any issues with volume, anything like this? You can always message something in the chat, and I will get back to you when I do. Okay, good. Thank you, Trin. And we're gonna go ahead and just get started. I'm glad that you all joined me today. Um, I have, of course, Miss Newbie. Um, sometimes I prepare for these things and sometimes I don't. It's sort of a serendipitous way that it comes about. Usually with my psychology class, there is always sometimes a theme, and I'm a very sort of stream of consciousness, absent-minded professor type of person. So that is what it is for whatever that's worth. Excuse me. So today, I've been thinking about this, and we're 2 weeks into this, 3 weeks, a month, somewhere therein, into this sort of great experiment of being at home, being surrounded with friends and family. But one thing that I've been noticing lately is the weather. April showers and all that good stuff. So I guess the theme today is rain and strength. We tend to, and it could be a cultural thing, it could be a personal thing, but I said it was probably safe to say that um, rain we sometimes categorize or we look at as something that might be not the best, right? Or it might make us depressed, or it might not be ideal conditions to be outside, what have you. Rain is bad, we think sometimes, but it's also something very good. Rain is something that is cleansing. It washes away dirt or things that we may have not noticed. And then later we come to find, if you're a child and you play outside, you You notice that the things get covered up, or dirt, and time happens, and some of our toys may have been covered by grass, what have you. And then rain comes away and sort of washes the dirt away, or washes things away. And perhaps it is much like we are at now. It's raining, we're inside, we're maybe starting to discover things about ourselves, or maybe our friends and loved ones, or people that we live with, parents, guardians, what have you, that brings things to surface, right? Maybe that's the way of people being in proximation, or close uh, to each other. That being said, that sometimes sheds the light, or lets us look at our weaknesses or other weaknesses. And sometimes it also helps us find things that are valuable again, right? In the case of being at home, it might lead us to see things that we like or love in our partner or our loved ones, right? It might, then again, it might not too, and that's fine, right? Sometimes you go through the little day-to-day annoyances that you have with your loved ones, your children, your partner, whatever it might be. um but there's value in that too, although sometimes we don't think that way. But the rain is important, much like sometimes we associate a rainy day with a bad day. Well, guess what? Bad days are also equally important. um Sometimes arguments and tough times with our loved ones are important, because this provides us strength. Much like the rain is out there, it's doing its work. Well, those bad times, tumultuous times, times of adversity, those are the things that are the water. They're the droplets, if you will, that give us strength. um, that water, that rain, the continuous pattern that sometimes we feel beats away at us, eats away at our soul, makes us feel weak. We feel as if we're failures. We feel as if we're not strong. All these things, they lead to the strengthening of our souls and our being. So, right now, you might feel as if you are at your wits' end. You don't want to go on. Maybe some of us are feeling good about the current situation. Some of us might not be feeling so good about our situation. You might feel trapped. Well, this is a place for us to realize that the rain, the adversity, all of that stuff eventually will bear fruit, right? There will be flowers, there will be green, there will be things that grow out of these difficult times. There will be strength that we find through the rain, and sunshine will come to us at some point. It might not be today, and it might not be tomorrow, but that's fine, right? And that sunshine will shine down on us, and our strength and our beauty, that will be able to be shown, you know, but maybe not today. And again, maybe not this week, but at some point. So that gives us hope. The rain and the hardship, it fuels the good times and makes us strong. So today we are going to just focus on some breathing, and we are going to try to focus on letting the rain, letting things that we perceive as bad or tough, we're going to let that make us grow. We are going to let that in, and we are going to accept those things as the water that makes us stronger, to give you some sort of imagery. Because you might look at another pasture, you might not, you might look at another person or another family or another situation and say, I want that, I want this is where I want to be. But no human, no situation is void of bad times, adversity. No matter the happiest person you see or the nicest situation that you see, each individual or person has things that goes on. They too feel the rain, shall we say. So at this time, I want you to focus on getting yourself loose, taking some preliminary breaths, getting yourself comfortable, and we're going to start to monitor our bodies, monitor our minds, releasing the tension from our face, releasing the tension from our bodies, and very soon, releasing tension from our mind. So when you are ready, you can begin to close your eyes, and you are going to focus on relieving that tension behind your eyes. If you are furrowing your brow or squinting, you're going to begin to leave that go. And maybe you have your nose scrunched up, or your mouth and teeth or jaw are clenched for whatever reason. We're now conscious of that, and we are going to let that go as well. Perhaps your neck is stiff. You might direct attention while you're beginning to take some breaths and get our necks to be rested. Right? You might roll your neck, roll your head a little bit, and just sort of find that comfortable spot. And of course, next, our shoulders, our back, spine, hips, knees, ankles, and your feet. You want the house, so to speak, to settle on its foundation. And you want the body to settle on its foundation. So it's rested, but it's not asleep. Now I want you to begin to focus on your breath. And I want us to inhale very deeply. And with that inhalation, you are taking the raindrops, the bad times, maybe a fight with your spouse, maybe a fight with your child, maybe something bad that's going on, or some stressing news you've received. You're going to breathe all that in. And with your exhale, you're going to let that all go. You're going to breathe evil or bad or stress, whatever name that you assign to these things, you're going to breathe that out. And if we look at breath as a cycle, we need to make sure that we are breathing in the toxins or anything that's bad left in our body and or our mind. Get that in the inside and let that go. So our next breath, and each breath in succession, is going to be a cleansing, healing breath. And as we exhale, we're going to be taking that mental trash to the curb and letting that go. The breathing is going to give us our strength and replenish our mind, our body, our spirit, and in some cases, our attitudes. So the next 30 seconds, let's focus on our breathing and being in the moment. I want you to focus now on one particular item that may have occurred or incident these past couple of weeks. Maybe it's a collection of items. Maybe it's something that you keep on replaying in your head and it brings you discomfort. It brings you pain. It brings you anxiety. Perhaps it's a new person that's resurfaced in your life, or an old person or old relationship. And maybe that brings you stress. And as humans, we feel as if something happens and we need to react immediately. And that's not the case. For now, whatever that is, I want you to breathe that in. I want you to feel the anxiety, the discomfort, the pain, the sadness, the failure, whatever any of this is. And I want you to breathe that in. I want you to hold that. And now we're going to let that go. Maybe it takes several breaths to achieve this. So be it. I want you to consciously and mentally focus on packaging that up, compartmentalizing that anxiety, and letting that go. Whatever that anxiety is, could be an old relationship coming into your existence that may have been toxic. It could have been a reoccurring thought that keeps happening that you cannot let go. Again, we are going to package that up. And for now, we're going to compartmentalize, breathe that in, and then we're going to let that go for now. And our theme today was rain and water. And as we look at our windows today, we do see the blessing of rain. And although it may not be a blessing because some of you want your children to go outside, or you would like to be outside and you want to feel the beauty of the sunshine on your face and feel the warmth, that's just not the case today. But like life, the pendulum swings back and forth. And at some point, we know the sun will shine again. And we will feel the beauty and the strength that the rain has brought us, the tough times, the times that are bad, the anxiety, the bad relationships. All of that is very important. And although at the time we don't understand that because we're in the middle of it, we understand it when we're on the other side. But that's the beauty of adversity. And that's the beauty of the rain and tough times. So let's take this last minute and collect as much as we can with our anxiety, bad times, uncertainty, failures, feelings of inadequacy, whatever it might be. And breathe that in, and then let that go. Like particles of dirt in the glass. We're going to let that dirt settle to the bottom so we have a clear glass of water. And when you are ready, you can open your eyes and you can come back to us ready to face whatever it is that you need to face. You're free to leave when you wish. I'll be here until everybody leaves in case you have questions or whatever the case may be. You may go on your own time. Have a good day. Have a good day. Thank you. Yes, Trinity, my pleasure, dear. All right. I'll see you. I'm here for you whenever you need. Keep going and keep breathing, okay?